I can't just say what I see.
Well, I'm going to show you it.
And linking to our last
That's
one.
boredom.
Nah, that's the spectrum. Let's be real.
Welcome back to Everything and Nothing. This is episode number 9.
Nearly double digits.
Today, just getting straight into things, we're going to be testing if we're insane. So today's episode is going to be a bit more of like a psychology-based one. We've got
Whether we need to be sectioned or not.
Yeah, basically, we're going to find out. And I think I know the answer, but I'm going to keep it to myself until we see the answers.
Yeah. We need confirmation.
Facts. So we've got some cool things on the agenda, like we're doing like an Ink Blotch test, maybe a personality test, depending on how much time the Ink Blotch test takes, and jumping into some cool psychological topics. So, without further ado, let's get straight into the first thing on the agenda. So we're going to be taking an Ink Blotch test. So if you don't know what that is, you basically get an ink blotch picture that kind of like loosely resembles what could be a bunch of things. And you have to say the first thing that you see in it, or maybe it's not even listed and you describe what you see in it. And these kind of tests are used to examine personality characteristics as well as emotional function of the person taking it. So it's going to reveal quite a lot. It's going to be quite revealing.
It's going to be telling.
It's going to be very telling indeed, which is why we're doing it. So,
with that being said,
if you are on an audio platform, obviously this is a very visual test that we're doing. So if you want to play along or just see what we're talking about visually, jump on over to the YouTube and all the pictures will be thrown on screen.
Get over to YouTube now, girl.
Come
Join
watch us. We're going to take one each because I think there's 10 that it gives us the examples of, and then it gives you the results at the end.
Yeah.
So we'll start off with Lexie and then we'll run it back and we'll do with me. And then, yeah. So, yeah, how it's going to work is I'll show you the thing. And then I'll give you like a couple of seconds just to look at it or whatever. And then you just say the first thing that you see. And then we'll look at, there's like quite a lot of options. So it will likely be one of the options that you see.
Wait, what if, so I have to pick one of the options. I can't just say what I see.
Well, I'm going to show you it. You'll say what you see.
And then
we'll just try and pick one closest to what the options. I think there is an option for I don't like none of them. Like I see something completely different.
Okay.
But yeah. So this is the first one. So, what do you see here?
The top bit looks like a penis with wings.
Yeah, it does.
Immediately.
Yeah,
Immediately a flying knob. The bottom bit reminds me of the Doctor Who stretched out skin.
I haven't seen that. I don't know what you're talking about. I'll throw up an image on screen for reference.
I hope it's Doctor Who. Hold on.
It's fine. I can find it after.
Either it looks like the Doctor Who stretched out skin, or actually, this is closer. It looks like the leather thing on Minecraft.
Yes, yeah.
The leather material, where
Minecraft
it's kind of like
texture.
I feel like that's actually kind of what I was channeling, but my mind just went straight to skin, not from
the stretched
Doctor
skin
Who.
off Doctor Who.
I think it's skin on Doctor Who. Let's fact check. Skin Doctor.
To be fair, I don't know what I see here.
Other than that, is this even okay? Stretch skin Doctor Who. So yeah. I'm thinking dick with wings, Minecraft leather.
Right, okay, well.
So with that being said,
let's see
what's the closest I see to the options?
So the options are, you've got nothing, a fur rug.
Okay, fur rug I get. I see the
cat's
vision.
Whiskers.
No.
A leaf.
That did not come to mind.
The head of a snake.
No.
A dragon or a butterfly.
Sex organs.
Yes, sex organs. Yes, you did.
A splattered mess, no, because I'm actually trying to think deep into this. I'm not an idiot. Two King's Crown or an oil spill. Okay, no. So I would say
it's genuinely sex organs if you saw a dick at the top
I would say
thing.
a fur rug, I get it. I get that is close. Because that, to be fair, in
what
hindsight.
What did you see first?
Okay, well, I saw a dick with wings.
Have
I got to pick two?
Wings? No, it's just one, I think.
Okay, we'll do sex organ.
So sex organ for that one.
Yeah.
Cool. All right, what do you see in this one?
Okay, next one.
Yeah, what do you see here?
Okay, my initial instinct is like those like black shapes, maybe like like four-legged animals facing each other, like they got the head and they're like looking at each other.
Like
but
two animals looking at each other.
But I don't know what animal it is. And then like also that thing in the middle kind of looks like a butterfly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess like where I think it's like two animals, the back legs of where they would be kind of looks like like spider legs or something.
Yeah. So you said it looked like two animals.
Maybe animals or like a butterfly in the middle.
Yeah, the options are part of my body, two men, monkeys hanging by their tails. You did say a coloured butterfly, to be fair,
but that wasn't
in the middle.
first thing I thought
Just
of.
coloured spots, spots of blood and paint, meat in a butcher shop, nothing at all, a red bow tie, or two birds. Two birds is closest to two animals, like you were saying.
Yeah, but I was thinking of like four-legged animals. I'd say a butterfly because like...
You say the butterfly, coloured
yeah,
butterfly?
because although that was kind of secondary, like that is what on that list. That's what
My
I saw.
closest. So here we go. We've got the third one now.
Okay,
What do you see?
right. The things on the outside, I'm thinking like, you know, when what are they, like a newt? I'm thinking like a newt or like a
Newt.
yeah, or like a
Crab.
no, like either maybe like something in a cocoon or like a tadpole or something. Like I'm trying to think of those animals that are kind of like that shape with legs. I'll go with the newt, and then the middle section I think is given like rib cage.
Okay. So
like it's giving skinny. It's giving body is tea.
I'm just saying okay because I'm going to do the test as well, so I'm not going to be I see this because we'll get to that. So options are a butterfly, an emblem or a coat of arms.
No.
Two blue cushions.
No.
Shoulders, lungs, and a stomach.
I did say rib. I did say body is tea. So that
you were talking about an animal. Is there anything to do with animals? Frogs or lizards? You said newts, which are kind of in between them.
And I was thinking like I know I said like cocoon but I was thinking kind of like newt's tadpole vibe, like
reptiles.
But that is what I saw first, to be fair. But does that count as frogs or lizards?
It says what do you see closest as opposed to what do you see
closest?
First. So
then
ribs
technically shoulders, lungs, stomach, because I'm thinking I saw Kim K.
Okay. Next. We've got this one here.
Immediately like a moth or a butterfly or like some sort of horrible insect.
Okay.
The big ass moths in my bathroom. That's what it is. That's what it is. That's what I see when I go for a midnight pee.
So we've got a policeman, legs, an X-ray picture, a pair of pliers, an alligator's head, something squashed, black carrots or smashed body, a bass or a butterfly. Is it a butterfly?
It's gonna have to. I mean a moth, but it's gonna have to be that then, isn't it?
So, next one. What do you see in this?
Not a lot, love. What do I see in that? That's. I don't even know what I see in this. Literally nothing.
An answer can be nothing at all.
I don't actually think I see anything in this.
Okay. So parts of my body: a frog someone stepped on, dogs or children playing, faces with big noses, dirty snow or slush, two women talking, statues, chandelier lamp, a burning mass and smoke. So you see nothing of those.
Can I say nothing? Yeah, I
nothing
really came to me.
Cool. Next one. What do you see here?
I see like two Paddington Bear style creatures high-fiving each other.
Okay. Yeah.
With the red hats.
Do
you see the vision?
Paddington specifically, maybe get that. Yeah. Okay, we've got a white top, a bursting bomb, nothing at all, two Scotty dogs, a bug stepped on, a bloody spinal column. That's very specific.
A bloody spinal column.
A fucking spinal column. Two elephants,
little
faces on the side, two clowns,
little
red and black. So your option isn't really.
Okay, well,
two
where's Paddington high-fiving each other?
Yeah.
Well, with that in mind, technically nothing at all.
Yeah, yours is none of them. I'd say two elephants is the closest to yours. Or two Scotty dogs maybe is closest to Paddington Bear.
Yeah, but I'm not seeing two Scotty dogs. I'm seeing two Paddington Bears high-fiving each other.
So what should I select for you? Nothing or two elephants? Because they're the two closest. Okay.
Nothing, because I wasn't seeing elephants.
Cool. Next one.
The Eiffel Tower, I was immediately drawn to. Top, middle.
Yeah.
Marge Simpson, blue and yellow.
Okay, yeah. Although just, yeah, okay.
But that was by association. That was not because...
Yeah, just the colours. So coloured ink, teeth and jaws.
Eiffel Tower or Marge Simpson, period.
Child's painting. Two people, bones or skeleton, insects or spiders, spring or fall. Nothing. To be fair, I saw none of these.
Where is the Eiffel Tower on here, guys?
To do nothing again.
Maybe nothing again, unless like you want to count
let's
mods.
just, even though you don't necessarily see it, let's choose the closest thing that you'd say.
Well,
out of
coloured
these.
ink is pretty close. Like that is just like it's
Yeah.
just blobs, isn't it?
Cool. What do you see here?
Maybe like a rocket taking off in the middle, and there's like explosions either side of it or something, or the top bit kind of looks like fire and smoke.
Okay. We've got a deer or elk with antlers, nothing. A forest burning, so
That's
explain the
kind of
fires and
close.
stuff. Flowers or sea plants, a candle, bloody hands, 2 witches, intestines and stomach, spilled paint, seahorses or lobsters. So
None of the above,
a
girl.
forest burning, because you said about the fire and
Do
smoke.
a forest
and thingy.
burning, because I'm like, we're kind of on a similar wavelength.
What do you see here? This is Minecraft level.
That is Minecraft
This is
level,
Minecraft
but
level.
I'm thinking, but some weird demonic thing. I'm not liking
Demonic
it.
thing?
Yeah, I
Okay.
guess.
You've got lungs in a chest, a pair of boots, nothing, an animal skin.
Okay, I
An
kinda-
animal skin was actually an answer. I would have, yeah, that would have been me.
What? Okay, well, an animal skin then, because it looks like Minecraft
Well, no, because if
leather.
you didn't see it.
Well, I did when you saw it.
Okay.
But
A big gorilla, a nasty, dirty mess, a man in a fur
A
coat,
nasty,
the head of an
dirty
animal,
mess.
a burnt mass. Do you want to stick with animal skin?
I guess an animal skin. Let's
Cool.
just go with it.
What do you see here?
Maybe like a bird of prey,
Okay.
big wings.
We've got 2 people, crumbling cliffs, pincers of a crab.
Oh, I
military
kind of get
emblem,
pincers of a
nothing,
crab.
A dirty mess, a bat. You said like a bird and wings.
Yeah, but I guess that's kind of different though, is it not? I don't know.
If you don't think so, don't
How am
know.
I losing an ink? Excuse me.
Losing?
I'm losing an ink block test.
No, normally there
I'm
is
still
like an
saying
other
it wrong.
section, but
Ink
blotch.
blotch.
I think it's got ink blot, but I say blotch.
I said ink block. I've been saying it wrong, but I feel like I'm losing at an ink blotch test.
Yeah.
Why is that a full-on tongue twister for me?
So we're not doing bat. Are we doing? You said what one did you say that you could sort of see? The
A
pincers?
bird, but like none of them's a bird. The closest thing is a bat.
Yeah. Do you want to go with bat then?
Go with a bat, I guess. I mean, it's not exactly what I
Okay,
was
cool.
saying, but
So that was the last one.
am I a
So-
psychopath?
Your results indicate that you are mildly disturbed.
Get it.
Furthermore, your results indicate that you have a tendency to dissociate, indicating the possible presence of what does that even say?
Neuropsychiatric
problems or thought disorders, exhibit normal, healthy thought process and good adjustment to society.
Oh my god, I'm not mentally ill.
No, you're just mildly disturbed. Have a tendency to dissociate, indicating the possible presence. Oh, it should literally just have a tendency to dissociate.
Wait, so is this saying that I'm
Fair.
boring?
Yeah, like you're mid. That's what it's. Right, now let's take the test again, and we'll do me. I'll give
Is it
my
going to be the
thoughts.
exact same ones?
Might be.
Okay.
I don't know if they're in order though, or if it mixes up or whatever. Possibly. But to be fair, I did see quite a lot of them. I was seeing different things. That's why I wasn't saying much. So I
Okay.
didn't want to like influence your one.
I can't believe it said I was boring. It said I was bland. Okay.
Right, this one. Yeah, I think I saw more of like some sort of like body thing, but it's not really part of my body, I guess. Like, 'cause I just saw the actual like shape that those two, the black blotches in the middle made.
Is it giving BBL?
Yeah, a little bit.
It's giving hips. I said body is T.
Which is the closest. This one was the Minecraft level one. So this was the animal skin.
Yeah.
For me, that's exactly what I saw. I literally said it when it happened. So this one we saw different. I saw a bat like instantly. Was it this one?
Yeah, I just saw like a
No,
weird
it wasn't.
bird.
No, bat was not this one. I remember there was a different one that I saw a bat for. But what do I see here? I'm trying to just kind of quick fire it because it is the same ones. I'm gonna click. But I see like something with wings, but not a bat. Almost like an insect with wings, because it's got those little like tiny bits at the top.
To me, it feels like I said a bird, or like I was thinking in my head like another moth type thing.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go with bat, 'cause that is the closest thing that I see. This one, when you said you could see nothing, I saw. I didn't want to say anything there and then, but I saw the friends in between as the 2 thumbs up.
Oh, fair. Yeah, it does look like thumbs up.
It looks like two arms that are kind of curved.
Or
doing two thumbs up.
in hindsight, it kind of reminds me of like, you know, when people do like finger puppets and it's like two
Yeah.
dogs, like the Egyptian dogs where they have like
Yeah.
the big long ears. It's kind of like a little...
Exactly. That's what I was thinking with that one.
And then dogs, fair. Like I kind of...
But even, I mean,
But
I
at
guess,
the time
I guess parts of my body for that. Because there's not like...
What? Ooh, friends is...
Yeah, because I see two arms and like
So
thumbs up.
is there an option for a body?
It just says parts of my body.
Well, yeah, that then. Just do that.
This one, when you said this one, I instantly saw like seahorses and stuff, and you were like rocket and flames and smoke and stuff. And I
Yeah.
saw two seahorses at the top. And
I
like,
was thinking like that
Yeah.
long like thing in the middle was like a kind of rocket.
no, I saw two seahorses for that. This one I saw like two animals on the outside as well. So that was like the lizard thing, the frogs or lizard. I saw like kind of reptile lizard things on the outside. This one I don't know what I saw. I don't know what I see in it now.
Word on the street is it's two Paddingtons high-fiving.
By the way.
How am I giving answers like that and then getting told I'm boring? That's just silly now.
What do I see here? I don't think I see anything, you know. I'm being completely honest. Like, I sort of see the high-fiving thing, but there's nothing even like that. Like,
A fucking spinal column.
I guess red and black ink.
Yeah.
Because that's just literally what I'm seeing. This one. Out of the options, I remember when I read... Oh, wait, a fur rug. Ooh. That is actually... Would I have said that, though, like, if I just looked at it? I'm going to go with it. Fuck it. This one was the bat. I instantly saw a bat and nothing else for this one.
A bat for this one?
Yeah, like the head of it. The head of it's like a bat. It's got wings.
What did I say for this?
And the
insect?
bottom of it's like a bat. Yeah, you said like a moth, which is kind of similar. It's like a bat or butterfly. Moths and butterflies are similar enough.
Fair.
This one, I just saw coloured ink on this one. And then you said that when you said the Eiffel Tower, it made me think of the Eiffel Tower and then like the lawn, or that big long like lawn thing that like leads up to it. It made me think of that, but that wasn't even a fucking option. But I guess like it's a garden with flowers. Because it made me think of like,
I get
the lawn
flowery
thing.
vibes, yeah.
I'm gonna go with it just for the sake of like different answers. So,
Ooh.
what? Healthy and well balanced. So we were at 2 tiers apart. You skipped normal and you're mildly disturbed.
Wait.
And I got healthy and well balanced.
Wait, so I'm not boring. You are.
Yeah, true. Yeah, you're disturbed. Mildly.
Oh.
But the thing underneath it, let's read what mine says. So mine
the
says
ink blotch test that said I have mild trauma.
mild. The thing says under mine, your results indicate that you are preoccupied with bodily problems, indicating concern over real or imagined health problems. May also indicate a disposition towards anxiety and sleep. What does a disposition mean? A disposition towards something.
I don't know. I only know that song in Sweet Disposition.
I'll fact check that.
That
Sweet
song.
Disposition.
Sweet I don't know. Is it disposition?
I think so.
I'm going off on a tangent. Ignore that.
And exhibit normal, healthy thought process and good adjustment to society. Don't know
Okay,
how much I agree with that description, but...
my thought process isn't healthy.
No, yours like it said mildly disturbed. And
Mildly
yours was also, like,
disturbed.
And the description underneath it was also like healthy. It was like healthy with like mild dissociation or some shit like that.
I bet it's because I said a flying willy for the first one.
Sex organs, yeah, probably. And I said like a fur rug.
It was staring right at me. Come on.
To be fair, I didn't actually really see much in that, but for the sake of different answers, I just put like a fur rug or some shit for it. So this isn't 100% accurate for me because I was just trying to pick something slightly different. But 90% of them were also what I genuinely saw. But
oh, so you lied?
Yeah.
Oh,
no.
So you're fake?
I didn't lie. I made content, bitch. Anyway,
I'm a content creator.
The results are in. We are not insane.
No, the results are that Ben's mild and I'm mildly disturbed.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're like lemon and herb. I'm like
you're medium.
Medium's the best sauce, by the way. Although actually,
medium's also like the riskiest sauce in terms of you can order it and it can come and literally take your mouth off, or it will literally like not be spicy at all.
That's a lie. You just can't hack heat.
No, but I can. I get medium.
Medium's delish. The one that gets me is hot.
Sorry, when I say riskiest, I don't risk as in like it's going to be way too hot. I mean, inconsistent is what I'm trying to say. Sometimes you'll get it and it isn't spicy.
Get a load of this guy.
Shut the fuck up.
Word on the street is he just can't hack his spice.
Yeah.
I heard as well that
Spiceless
apparently
Don.
the extra hot sauce is supposedly not as hot as the hot sauce. Now really break that down in your mind.
I hear that a lot.
I've heard this from a few people.
A few sources.
A few different sources, pardon the pun. And then I had it confirmed again to me yesterday because Window Kid made a TikTok that came up on my For You page. And he the exact same thing. He had his Nando's order, which, by the way, that man must have spent a small fortune. He got so many sides.
Can we talk about Nando's being so expensive now as well?
Nando's is not cheeky anymore. Nando's is a mortgage.
Fact.
Nando's is a like... I need to literally be multi-millionaire to get a side and 2 sides and like a meal.
Nando's has surpassed being cheeky anymore.
But he had a little sprinkle of extra hot sauce on his chicken and he was giving it, it's hot is not as spicy as, extra hot is not as spicy as hot. Yeah. And I thought, I know it. I fucking know it because I've had my chicken cooked in hot sauce before, head blown, but pause.
Yeah, pause. Jesus.
Okay.
Pause from hell.
It's been too spicy.
Yeah.
But I have extra hot sauce, a little dip. Nothing. Head blown. Pause.
Sorry, continue.
No, that was it. That was it. That immediately threw me off.
So next up on the list of the agenda for today's episode, I did have the 16 personalities test that we're both going to do, but upon reflection on how long we've been recording already, it's a very long test. It's a lot of questions and answers that you won't care about.
You guys don't want to sit and listen to us go through this whole essay of questions.
But the answers might be kind of interesting. So what we're going to do is we're going to do it off camera and we're going to give you the results for it in the next episode. So in the next episode, we'll find out both what our personality tests are, and it won't be any similar to the Ink Blotch test. I won't pick answers for the sake of differentiation. We'll just give our honest, what it is.
We'll really
Lock
tap
in.
into our third eye, align our chakras, realize who we are as people, and
get those crystals going.
Really evaluate what our soul is saying.
Yeah, facts. So we'll do that, and we'll bring back the results in the next episode.
Mine is going to be saying Morley's.
Okay, so the rest of
you completely just tap past that. My soul is going to be saying
What
Morley's.
did you say?
Said we're going to tap into our soul. Mine's going to be saying Morley's.
Fuck's sake, your personality type's going to be a fucking number 6, please, boss man.
It's actually number 5, but you're close.
Fair.
That was a close guess.
Yeah, literally.
I cannot believe you completely fluffed over
Sorry,
that.
I was looking at the...
You were in presenter mode. We need to stop looking at this, by the way. We keep looking at this and not the camera.
Yeah, because
I'm talking to you, girl. It's all about you, girl, on your 16th birthday. Do you know the SpongeBob episode?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, is that SpongeBob?
It's all about you, girl.
That's from SpongeBob.
16th birthday. Is it Pearl's 16th birthday? And Mr. Krabs gets the boy band of fish to sing for Pearl.
I remember that song, but for some reason I don't remember it being from SpongeBob.
Well, it is. It's Pearl's.
It's
Pearl's 16th birthday.
SpongeBob.
And they use the credit card because whoever, I don't know whether it's Pearl or SpongeBob, whoever, someone doesn't understand that with a credit card, you have to pay the money back. They see it as free money, so they're there giving it all.
That seems so grown for a SpongeBob episode.
And then they book for a boy band to serenade Pearl for her birthday, and they're singing "It's all about you, girl."
You remember this in way too much detail.
16th birthday, and then I don't know what happens after that. I can't remember.
To be fair, both our personalities would come back as SpongeBob. SpongeBob's everyone's personality.
I know way too much about that, and I have also told you that I've seen the movie, the first one, not the second one. Don't be silly now. Second one's washed. First one, I've seen it so many times. I know the script to a lot of it, and I know it in multiple languages as well.
Multiple languages?
Yeah, I've told you this. I know this.
You haven't told me multiple languages before.
I, as a kid, used to watch the SpongeBob movie on DVD in English, German, and Chinese.
Chinese? Recite some of it in Chinese right now.
I can't recite. Okay, well, I can recite the English one. I can't fully recite.
You can't say you know it in Chinese then if you can't even say it.
Well, I know of it, but I can't fully recite it. But I know, if I'm watching it, if it's in front of me, I kind of know what's coming next.
Also, German SpongeBob is the most aggressive thing ever. I keep seeing clips of it come off my TikTok.
So, the very first clip of the movie when it's the pirates in the cinema and they're like, "Tickets to the SpongeBob movie."
Oh,
and they
yeah,
have popcorn and stuff. I
shouting
fully remember watching it and it being in German, being in Chinese, and it's like these really bad dubs, and they're like lifting these tickets out of the treasure chest, and there's people watching it at the cinema like throwing popcorn everywhere, and there's this like shit dub of like German, Chinese, obviously like just doesn't match the actors' voices, like doesn't
or the animation at all.
I don't know what was wrong with me as a kid. Let's be real. Like, why?
You were mildly disturbed. That's what was wrong with you. We just found out.
Yeah, but does mild disturbia link to watching the SpongeBob movie in 3 different languages as a kid?
Yeah, possibly in Chinese specifically. That's what
I used to just go.
That's so wrong.
I used to just go through the languages and just pick ones like. And linking to our last
that's
one.
Boredom.
Nah, that's a spectrum. Let's be real. It's definitely not boredom. Like I obviously was interested in it at the time, and I don't know why.
Fuck!
And then it links to our thing last time when we were doing the German words. See, everything is interlinked.
That's
like me learning
German.
I now should go back and watch the SpongeBob movie. Like, I remember. Yeah. But in English, I can recite a fair bit of it. Like I know exactly how it starts. And then when it goes past the tickets to the SpongeBob movie, it then goes to SpongeBob. Have you seen the SpongeBob movie, the first one?
I think so. I think it's the first one I've seen.
After the first
one with the Burger-mobile, like the Krabby Patty-mobile.
Yes.
Yeah, I've seen it.
After
and
the
David
first
Hasselhoff
bit,
comes out to sea.
Yes, with the big titties.
Yeah.
After the first bit, when they're all in the cinema watching the SpongeBob movie, and then it goes to SpongeBob in the Krusty Krab, and then he's like, he's dreaming, and it's him, and he's in like a spy thing, and he's got these little tweezers, and he's like taking, what's he doing? Is he like taking cheese or putting cheese on a burger or something?
Yeah.
And then like everyone's like fully praising him, and then everyone goes, they're like shouting and screaming, but then when they open their mouth to like be like, yay, it's like, and then it goes to his like foghorn alarm.
Yeah. Are you just reciting the whole movie? Is this what's happening right now?
And then he wakes up, and then he's like brushing his teeth, and then do you remember he puts his trousers on, and the back pops out, and you see his bum cheeks.
Yes.
And then he has
I see that in so many.
And then he has a toothbrush that's just like 2 prongs, and then he has a toothpaste that's got 2 prongs because he just has his 2 teeth. Yes, so good, so good, so good.
Look, I don't doubt. Not one part of my mind doubts that you could just recite that whole movie, start to finish, how you've just done it.
I used to be really scared of the. You can cut this bit out. I used to be really scared of the bit when, do you know,
the mermaid woman?
Yeah, but it's not her. It's like SpongeBob and Patrick are driving in the Krabby Patty mobile to go towards Neptune City. Yeah. And then they go through these skull mountains.
Yeah.
And then they end up seeing this person, an ice cream stop thing. And then they go to her, they go to get a sundae, and then turns out she's actually on like in the mouth of a whale, and she's like not alive or something.
Oh,
and then tries to eat them. I used to be so scared of that. So scared.
The whale, what's the fucking thing?
It was like
called?
she was
the
like
whale was like uvula.
Yeah. But it was
weird,
like but it was like hidden as like a person selling them ice cream, and it was like a trap to try and eat them.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I literally had nightmares over it. I was so scared of it. If you want to keep that, I can keep it in. But it's so scary. It's so scary.
For fuck's sake. Oh, I'm still in my head. I'm still laughing at that spectrum. That also reminds me of one thing I wanted to add into this episode, and I forgot to come around to it.
My dad did tell me that he thinks I'm on the spectrum a bit.
I wanted to do an autism test with you for this episode, but I forgot to add it.
Maybe we should.
Should we find one?
Yeah, my dad genuinely like straight face was like, I do think there is something a bit neurospicy about you, and I was like,
neurospicy.
Well, he didn't word it like that. He's like a 60-year-old man, but like that's what he meant. Like he fully like he knew something wasn't.
I genuinely think it is as well. There's nothing wrong with it. I just think there definitely is.
Yeah, well, in the end of the day, that's why I'm hilarious.
You can put it that way. Anyway.
Shut up. You were fucking keying next to me. I'm hilarious.
So for the rest of this episode, there will be different ones in here, but they're basically, we've got some kind of like moral
ethical?
and ethical and like kind of moral questions.
Picking apart our brain.
One of them I have robbed from the Chunks and Philly show, which I'm sure they probably got it from somewhere else as well, but give my credit.
Thanks, guys.
Love you guys once again. But can something ever be truly selfless? So what I mean by this is, obviously, literally, can something be truly selfless in that, I don't know, I do you a favor and then in return expect absolutely nothing from you or feel any type of way about it or anything of that kind of nature. Because I'm firmly of the stance that I think it can. I think it truly, truly can.
What, something could be fully selfless?
Yeah.
I think
Because I think I would do something truly selfless for
yeah,
other people.
I think for a person that you really care about that much, it genuinely can be, but it also requires a certain type of person to be able to even do that. Because I know people that are so calculated that they would never even be able to comprehend doing that for someone,
Yeah.
even if they thought they really loved them.
Yeah.
Like, I know people that no matter how much they might not see it in themselves, it's transactional. Like,
Yeah.
even in that moment, if it's like I'm doing a really nice thing for you, it's because either it's making them feel good
Yeah.
for doing it, or eventually something is going to benefit them from it, whether it's short term or long term.
Yeah.
But there are cases, people personality dependent and just some sort of scenario dependent, where you could genuinely have like a wholehearted thing that you're doing for someone where you don't expect anything back. You just like want to do something nice just to make them feel happy. But
Yeah.
I think it definitely depends on the type of person you are.
Yeah, because I think on the Chunks and Philly show, the way Philly instantly, I'm on the same standpoint. I think he ended up changing, but I'm of the standpoint now, and it still will be, of that something can be truly selfish. I think the way what changed Philly's mind was like Chunks then said like something along the lines of like, so let's say I do something really like nice and really selfless for you in this scenario. Like, I don't know, maybe you're like struggling for rent 1 month or 2 months or whatever it is, and I just, in the scenario, I have the money, just pay it for you, and that's it. So you can, you get yourself sorted or whatever. And then if I'm in the scenario where maybe it's not that exact same thing, but it's a small favor that you could do for me, and you don't do it, and then I feel that type of way about it. But in my mind, that comes down to personality, but also like, I don't think that's necessarily to do with something being selfless. I just think that's something to do with, like, that's more on the line of like relationship and respect.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think if I was to ever do something nice for you or selfless in this sense, like, I would never, ever, ever expect something in return. But if there was like, I don't know how to word this. If that was the case all the time, and like in any relationship, if you're doing something for the other person all the flipping time and nothing's being reciprocated, even if it's not like a necessarily selfless thing, like if you're in a relationship with someone or just a friend and it's all one side and all one thing, you're going to leave that relationship. But I don't think that comes down to it being that the person doing something nice in the first place was never selfless. That was my take on it. But then also you get into a lot of deeper other things where one argument is, if you're religious, can you ever be truly selfless? Because ultimately anything you do that's nice or good for someone, you could be saying like, it could be fucking hell. It could be argued that you're doing it to, if you're Christian, get into heaven or whatever it might be, you're doing it for your God.
Oh, that's an interesting stance. I would never have thought.
I've always thought that.
Like when people try to do good things because they're just trying to like cleanse.
I used to think.
Yeah, mad.
I used to think, which I now think is a little bit wrong, or at least maybe a little bit put harshly, was that like, I'm not religious, by the way, but if someone was religious, that I used to think basically that if you needed a religion to be a good person, you can't inherently be a good person to begin with, which is a very harsh way to think about it. And I don't agree with that now fully. I think that because now I sort of see it as, I think Jimmy Carr was speaking about it on Diary of a CEO, and he was saying, and he put it to me like, and how I started to understand religion more is like, at least the way I can see it is God is just a proxy for like the future. Because whenever you hear someone talk about God, you can almost always just swap it out for the future. You know, and like they said, like, God has a plan for you, the future has a plan for me. I'm doing this now so that the future or whatever. And like, so essentially I can kind of now see that as you're being a good person for yourself and not necessarily for like
someone else.
oh
Or...
god, so it's techie. It gets really techie when it comes to religion, literally. But like when it comes to purely selflessness, I fully agree that you can do selfless things. I've done selfless things, like
or like if I do something really nice for like my mum, like that.
Yeah.
That is just because I want her to like feel good
Exactly.
about it. Like I'm not expecting her to then go and lend me £100. Well,
let's say in a scenario now.
Not directly.
In a scenario now, let's say you do something that's like, how do I word this? Like, you do something that's like really, really nice and thoughtful and selfless for someone else, and you don't even get like a thanks or anything. Would that bother you?
Yeah.
But this is what I'm finding so hard to discern from it is like, because I guess people can involve it in the argument or not. I don't relate that to the person doing the selfless thing as whether that was them being selfless or not. Like, but then you can argue like, oh, you want the thanks from it.
Yeah, but
so
if you're doing
100%.
something just nice for a person and you don't even get a thank you, that is a complete different thing in the sense of like...
It's more of a reflection on them.
Like that... If you did something really nice for me, no.
Yeah.
If I did something really nice for you...
Because I could never do anything really nice.
No, but like if you didn't even just go, thank you, I'd be fuming. If it was a really nice thing, I'd be like,
but then
I'd be annoyed.
Then is that now not selfless though? Because you're doing it for the thanks.
Because the thanks is more so just like an acknowledgement of respect.
I'm just
like,
playing devil's advocate here, by the way. I don't.
Yeah, I think the like thanks is more so just like a respect of I'm understanding that you've done something nice for me.
Yeah.
And like I'm just thanking you for it. It's not like a transactional thing as such. It's just acknowledging that what you've done is nice and I'm appreciative of it. So if I did something really nice to you and you didn't say thank you to me, I'd be a bit like, all right,
well,
pee off then.
I agree. Yeah, I agree with you. I agree it's just a respect thing there. But also, devil's advocate, let's take it up a level from that. Is you doing something selfless because there's different ways you can be selfless, and also is you doing something selfless for, say, me or any friend or family member or something, because not necessarily because you're being selfish. And this doesn't mean that you don't actually want to do it, but you're also, part of you is doing it because this whole thing is about being purely selfless. Part of you is doing it because you want to maintain that friendship with that person or that relationship if you're in a relationship with them or the family thing.
Yeah, that's why I'm also saying it is somewhat dependent on the type of person you are, because some people see it as a transactional thing. Yeah. And they see it as
purely
really
from
nice
your
for you.
Standpoint though.
Yeah, but like if I'm doing something really nice for you, but I'm seeing a long-term benefit of it, of I'm going to do something that comes across as really selfless and nice because I want to keep a friendship because it's going to benefit me.
Yeah.
Then that isn't really selfless.
That's what I mean, and that's why this whole argument
and that's why I'm saying it's also dependent on the kind of person you are, because if you're going into something thinking that, like...
No, but I mean, like, does that even come down to intent? If I'm doing something selfless for you or you're doing something selfless for me, is that because you're just being that, you just have that generosity and you want to do that for me, but also you wanting to do that for me, is that not because we're friends, if you know what I mean?
Yeah, but I know people that can switch between I'm just being nice to you and doing this nice thing because you're my friend, or with other people it's I'm doing this because long run I'm going to gain from it, whether it's we stay being friends and it's going to benefit me, or...
I see what you're saying, yeah.
Like, I don't know, it just kind of depends on the person, and like I know people that can switch between the two.
Yeah. Oh yeah, there's definitely people who that nothing they can ever do is going to be selfless.
Like I don't really know how to explain it. It's just...
I get what you're saying.
It just kind of depends. Like, yeah, I know people that are very kind of pure in the mindset of I'm going to do something nice and selfless because I love my friend, this person, whatever.
I don't know if you get quite what I'm saying though. Do you mean
Not really?
So right. So I guess what I'm saying is right that if things were truly selfless and nothing other than being selfless and generous and all that kind of stuff, why not be selfless to literally everyone? You know what I mean? Is the fact that you would do those selfless things just to a friend, or even if it's a friend of a friend, or whoever the fuck it is, like, you know of?
Yeah. Okay.
Is it because you're like, is the fact that you're doing it because they're of that relation to you now making it not 100% selfless? I'm not saying it's not nice and it's not a generous thing that you're doing, but can that now be argued that now that it's not 100% selfless, if you know what I mean?
Not really. I still just see it as, I know some people that are calculated with it and will think like, I don't really get what you mean. Sorry.
So
Like-
let me try and explain this better to you,
Like,
because I'm just not explaining it right.
so someone will either do something that is fully selfless because they have no other motive behind it. And then you've got on the other aspect, someone is going to do something that is comes across as selfless, but it's not really because they're going to gain something from it in the long run. They're thinking about
You're looking
this.
at the question slightly differently. So the question being, can a gesture as the gesture itself be truly selfless?
Well, to some people, yes.
Like 100% nothing. But then the argument that I'm making and bringing up is, if that is the case, wouldn't everyone be selfless to, or not everyone, the people that is the case for, be selfless to literally everyone? But the fact that they're only selfless to maybe their friends or friends of friends or people they know and have some form of relationship with, can that now be argued that the act is no longer 100% truly selfish? Do you not get what I mean?
You're making it really techie. So what if it's possible for a person to be truly selfless to one person,
or an act? It's easier to look at it as an act, as the act of whatever it is they're doing, rather than a person.
Person screaming out that was scary.
Yeah, as an act. So like, as a whatever it is thing. So like, if I didn't know you, let's say it's an extreme, right? I know I used the example of you not having money for rent before. Let's say you're homeless.
Right.
You're completely homeless, and you have a sign on the street saying, "I need £100 to make rent for this month, so I can rent somewhere."
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know you. I might just walk past, or someone or me might just walk past you on the street and be like, "No, I'm not going to give you anything." If I know you, I've just walked past. If I loosely knew you, and I've walked past, and I've got £100, I've got money to throw around, and I give you that money, yes, it's a selfless thing I've done, but is the fact that I've only done it because I know of you and I know you now made that not 100? Do you get what I'm saying? I don't know how I'm explaining it.
Still not really, because you just wouldn't give it to the person that's homeless because you just don't really know them. I don't know.
No, yes, that's
But,
right.
like,
so now does that, the fact that you only do it for the person that you know, now make it not 100% selfish? I'm not saying that now it's not a nice thing, now it's not a generous thing.
Yeah, but it makes it selfless to the person that you're giving the money to in that aspect. And again, sometimes some people choose when they want to be selfless with no motive, and sometimes they just choose not to. Like, I don't really get.
Yeah, it's just a thought dilemma discussion.
That's a tough question.
Yeah,
I still don't really get it. But my answer is the same. Like things can be selfless. Like, if you don't think it's a transactional interaction and you genuinely just like want to do something to be nice, then yeah. But a lot of the time, people do things that might come across as selfless, but they have like ulterior motives behind it and something that they want to get out of it.
Yeah.
So then it's inherently not really selfless if you kind of dive deep into it.
I see that shit a mile off as well. I hate seeing it when I know it's happening with other people as well. Because sometimes I see it with other people before they do, and I'm like, I just really don't vibe with it. Yeah, shit like that. I hate it. But I think people can be truly selfless, because I think
they can be.
Purely off the basis, I would do things for people and not expect anything in return. I don't expect people to do shit for me, but I would still go to the end of the earth for some of my friends and shit. So, with that being said, let's move on. Next up on our list of interesting little moral ethical, that's sort of the vibe of things. Well, that was a little deep one. The next question we've got,
another deep one.
Yes, is, do we make decisions based on what's truly best for us or what we think other people will approve of? This is actually, I feel like this question gets harder the more you think about it, because I've thought about it since I've written it on this thing.
I think
and
both.
I don't really know my answer.
I've done both.
Yeah. I think obviously everyone does both, but let's try and answer it as for like most people. So like, what do you think more people do? Do you think they make decisions true? Fuck, probably playing FIFA or some shit. Yeah, on what most people do. Do they make decisions truly what's best for them, or other people approve of? Because I can like, I also think on a personal level, it differs depending on what the decision involves.
Yeah. I think
because if it's career and shit, I do not give a fuck. I'm doing whatever is best for me. Whether I'm leaving a company that loves me or whatever. Like if I think it's better, I'm best off elsewhere. Goodbye, bye. But I love you, S&G. Don't fire me, please.
Yeah, I think overall I do more of what other people think they'd approve.
What other people approve of.
Yeah. I feel like that's inherently drilled into my brain. And I'm not going to lie, not to make it deep, but I think as a girl, that is quite common. I feel like girls just follow social norms generally because it's kind of just like you follow this path. Yes. That's it.
Yeah.
I think that's pretty common.
No, I'm not disagreeing. I'm just thinking about it.
Some things I do that are like best for me, but I've always at least got in the back of my head, like I'm thinking about what others would think of it.
Do you have any example of like something that you've done that maybe if it was just you alone in the room or whatever the fuck the decision involves, just you alone doing it and you had your way and your choice and it didn't involve anyone else, you would have done slightly differently?
What? So something...
Even if it's a silly thing or like a minor thing.
So what? Something that I've done differently because I've taken into consideration what others would think of it?
Yeah. Whereas if you were to just do it purely thinking of yourself and not giving a fuck about anyone else or what anyone thinks of it.
Initially starting a podcast.
What do you mean?
I told you I didn't want to do it because I was too scared of what people
thought
of me.
Yeah, facts actually. And that's a lot of... That's like, what a lot of people go through.
I initially wouldn't have done it.
Yeah.
Because I was thinking too much about what people would think of it and if they'd approve of it, if they think it was weird or not.
And also...
And I wouldn't have done it.
Was what I said at the start not true as well? I was like, it will seem like everyone gives a shit for the whole of a week, if not a few days, and then it will be back to
no one even really cares anymore. Or if they do, it's
the people
not enough.
Who give a shit, give a shit.
It's not enough to like bother me.
Yeah.
Or like, I'm trying to think of another one, something that I've done differently because of what people would approve.
While you think of those,
well, it's a similar thing if we're getting deeper with it, like being like a people pleaser and just telling people what they want to hear and like just doing things just to avoid confrontation. That is an overarching thing. I don't like confrontation. Mm-hmm. I will just shut the fuck up or like just do something even if I don't want to do it or say something even if I don't really want to say it just to keep the peace because even if it's not best for me.
Yeah,
and I do it in everything.
I remember specifically when we was at Boomtown this year, there was one night where like nothing was going wrong. We was all having a great time, whatever. But I just noted like we were kind of like trip guides for our friends, I'll put it that way. That night.
Do you maybe want to bring this up?
I'm not going into specifics of what.
I know, but more so like I don't want them to watch it and be like, wow, you chat shit about them on the podcast.
It's not about them. That was just all I was saying.
Is it going to be about me saying that I wanted to go and they were like, don't go?
No,
so I
stayed.
No. Okay, fine.
No. And like, yeah, we were kind of being that for the thing. And I just remembered like, you were trying to like keep everyone together or whatever and whatnot. I came up to you to be like, have a good time while you're here as well. Because I remember like while we were in places and at stages and stuff, you were just kind of checking on everyone, seeing what everyone's doing. Which again is a nice thing to do. But like, when you're there, especially at like a festival and you're trying to have fun and listen to music and shit, I was like, relax a bit, like just let them
in that
do what
scenario, if I was making decisions
like
based on what was best for me, I would have just like gone off and done what I wanted to do and like not really gave a shit about what everyone else would have thought.
It wasn't even a case of necessarily where we were or what we were doing. It was more so just like you were so concerned that checking that your friends and stuff were okay. Just again, it's an inherently nice thing to do. But like at a time where you're also there to have fun, you know, I was like, relax, I'll take it for a bit. Like you chill, have fun and stuff like that. I remember when I was about to say something to you, I can't remember verbatim what you said, but you was like, I'm fine, or like just go. And I was like, chill.
I'm like it at work as well. Like I'm a yes man at work, as we know. Like I'm there like, yes, I will do that. Yes, I will do that. Yes, I will do that. Even though it means I'm going to be working a 12-hour day.
Yeah, the way I can never remember the analogy, but I always think of it when when stuff like specifically with work, but other things come up with you. And it's like, it's an analogy where I can't remember. I think the analogy itself has something to do with like running, but it's basically where when something's like bad, but it's not actually like catastrophic to your life, like, yeah, it's a bit annoying, painful, whatever the thing might be, until it's like, I'm at literal breaking point. I can't do this anymore. A lot of people are as well. It's not just you. A lot of people will be like, I will sit here because it's not that awful. Like it will take something much worse for you to do something about it, which would inherently put you in a better position if you had just done that before it got worse.
Yeah, I just deal with it because I'm like, well, that's what people would be happier with around me if I just deal with it and shut up and get on with it.
No, man, not
at my work. Yes, it is.
Obviously,
if I start kicking up a fuss, that's going to cause problems. So in my mind, I'm like, I'm not going to make this decision on what's truly best for me. I'm going to make the decision based on what people want to hear, which is yes, I will do it, and then I just do the work.
That's not. I don't want to go down work rabbit hole specifically on the thing, but just
I need to be careful with this.
No, not even because of that. Just like just a bit of a like personal. Like we're talking about personal shit, but that's a bit like. No one needs to hear that, and also like people will want to relate to it, and if they're not in a similar position, they won't give a shit type shit.
Yeah.
But what was I was gonna say something? I get it with work specifically, but just like in general, I think like a lot of people do. I do it. I'd say I do it, but not as like I will put my foot down for something sooner than you would.
Yeah, definitely.
When it comes, I think everyone has a bit of like, because if you don't people please to a certain degree, you will just have no friends, because if you don't put up with what anyone wants to do, then you're never going to want to do things with people, or people aren't going to want to do things with you. So everyone has it to a degree, but yeah, I think sometimes you could help yourself in the sense of putting your foot down with things a little bit sooner, or like shifting it onto things. But back onto what we're talking about in terms of most people doing things on what's truly best for them, or other. That is actually a tough one. It's truly best for them, or what other people will approve of. As answering it as like, what do more people do? I would probably say more people. I think people try and find the happy medium of both. I think people try and find things that other people will approve of, that will like also be good for them, but more so other people will approve of it and shit.
I feel like, especially in the younger generations, now that social media has more of a presence in everyone's life.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like a lot more people try and just make decisions on like how they present themselves and who they come across as a person based on what they think other people will approve of, like in comparison to like social norms and trends. And like I just feel like a lot more people nowadays are being less like, who am I, what do I want to do, what do I like, and more so
what's cool at the moment,
what's cool, what's not cool, what's cringe, what's not cringe. Like
Facts,
a lot of people won't want to, like what I said about making a podcast, people won't want to put content out there, express themselves, because they're like, oh, like everything's documented, it's so cringe, what are people going to think about it, what are people going to text each other about, like, you know, like shit about what I'm doing. I think that plays a massive impact in it. So I feel like a lot more people nowadays might make decisions based more on what other people think, because we're so connected and everyone's opinions on each other are so easily accessible. And like, you can post something, I can comment on it, go in, that's cringe. And you might look at it and think, oh my God, that is so cringe, I'm going to delete it. And I'm, you know, like, even if you think
we've already had it on a few things.
No, but you know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
you might think, oh my God, that is cringe, I'm going to delete it, even if you don't want to, even if it's not in your best interest.
I would,
analogy.
Yeah, no, yeah, I fully agree. And also, like, I never, ever understand hate comments. I actually don't understand. There's been things that I've watched online that even if I think that's absolutely like outrageous, like, I'm not commenting on it, like, unless it's actually something that's inherently wrong. Like if someone's just made a video and it's black and white, clean cut, just someone like being flipping homophobic or whatever on a thing. to be honest, even then, I wouldn't even necessarily comment. I would just like report or dislike or whatever it is. The fuck.
Yeah,
or
I don't
like,
really get hate comments either. I feel like it might be just like easy for me to say this, but I feel like a lot of people that leave hate comments are probably just younger and a bit more immature because, especially at my age, if I saw a video that if I so strongly disagreed with it, yeah, I might talk to my friends about it, let's say in like an extreme case. But even in that extreme case, I wouldn't then publicly comment on the video. I might, I don't know, report the video or just like scroll past, or just like if I really, really didn't like it, I'd just block the creator.
Yeah.
But I would never feel the need to randomly go on someone's post, especially if it's just like you go on a girl's post, for example, and it's just them lip syncing and it's like filled with hate comments about just like how they look. I'm like, why would you even?
Yeah.
Like, if you think that, cool, whatever. Like, whatever. You're entitled to your own opinion, but to then publicly comment it on the person's page to let them know that directly, you would not go to that person and go, "You're ugly." You would not say it to their face. So why would you just leave a comment on their thing anyway? Yeah.
My case in point is
rattled.
If comments exist, if you could comment on people's posts and the creator could see it, but no one else could see it, I guarantee you, no one hate comments.
No, people also do it for like to kind of get the clout. Clout's a bit of a cringe way of saying it, but like to get that kind of validation and like get that kind of conversation going and get that kind of kick from just being mean.
I wish there was a setting on some social media apps where you can do that, where other people can't see the comments, but you can. Because I don't want to have no one say anything, but at the same time, like, people post comments like if they like the reason that larger creators get larger amounts of hate is because larger amounts of people can see the comments that you leave on the video and stuff, because more like just more exposure for them or whatever. It doesn't bring them anything good.
Yeah,
but they just think for that moment
and
that
they
look
like
cool.
all adding fuel to the fire and like all getting involved.
I just think as well, like,
weird.
Say for example, like you were saying about the girl like commenting on a girl's post, right? Imagine like say there's like someone. There's like a couple girls or whatever, even guys, doing like TikTok dances, right? And imagine in real life, they're recording it like in a park, right? Imagine like comments on social media. That's obviously why they're doing it in the park or whatever. In fact, fuck off the social media thing right now. Two people just dancing in a park, right? You're driving past in your car and you just happen to see it. That's like you stopping in your car, getting out and going, "You're dancing shit. That dance is so cringe. What the fuck are you guys doing?" Like going up to them and saying it. Like, you wouldn't fucking do it.
No, you just wouldn't.
And people just do it all the time on social media. It just makes no sense to me. Literally makes no sense to me. And like, especially when it's the whole thing of cancel culture as well. People are commenting on stuff who you didn't even previously watch. You'll see a snippet of something from a certain creator or whatever the fuck it is. You don't even watch them and go, "Oh, that's disgusting," or whatever. It's like, cool if it is. Why have you made a rant video on it? Like,
if it's something that genuinely needs to be spoken about and have like awareness raised about it, then I'm kind of like fair. But if it's just you're just talking shit about someone who's not really done anything wrong, like you're just talking shit to talk shit, I'm like, have a day off.
Yeah, literally have a day off.
That is too much.
Yeah.
But people also do that because they're like they think they'll get clout and the people will like big them up for it. And again, it's what people will approve of.
Like harmless hate comments or like kind of jokes in people comments if they're not like personal type shit, like about someone's appearance or whatever, like funny, like they can have a place, whatever. But it's like the ones where like I don't even know, just general hate. I can't get in a mindset where I've been at points where I've been angry in my life. I don't even leave comments unless something's really, really good, which is very, very rare for enough to make me comment like some positive stuff on it or whatever. I don't think I ever leave comments on anything.
I never ever leave comments. I'm a silent watcher.
So like, yeah, more people should be.
Shut your fucking mouth, sorry.
Or hate comment on this video. It'll help us boost it in the algorithm a little bit. So.
Send us some hate if you want.
I've already had a few, to be fair. Case in point, the example.
We have had a few hate comments.
We did a YouTube short on...
That means we're popping off, guys.
In a previous episode, we had a YouTube short about Ice Spice, and we talked about her being an industry plant, and
her lyrics weren't that good, which, by the way, that is true.
Yeah,
they're not.
They're literally not.
Anyone that thinks that we're crazy for saying that needs to look themselves in the mirror and reevaluate what they're thinking, because we are objectively spitting facts.
Yeah.
How is saying something about poopy and fart like?
I
What
remember
about
you
that is
screenshotted-
a lyrical genius?
I remember you screenshotted the comment and sent it to me, and I was literally just like, lol, we both laughed at it.
Yeah, I
It's
thought
funny.
I'm not even going to take offense to
And
it
it was-
because your
yeah.
opinion, you saying our opinion, what do they describe it as?
They said something, I can't remember again,
Let
I
me
can't
get
remember
it up.
verbatim. Okay, she's getting fact checked. It was basically like your opinion shit, and then she said something like, not everyone needs, like the classic, not everyone needs a podcast.
Oh,
or
we get
everything.
that all the time.
I'm literally firmly against that opinion as well, by the way. Even though there are some podcasts that I think are bad or whatever. Like, and again, this comes down to me not leaving hate comments on shit and whatever.
I've
Like,
got it up.
if everyone wants to have a podcast, everyone can fucking have a podcast. You don't have to watch it. Literally, you don't have to watch it. And if you don't want it to appear, and then people are like, oh, it appears on my For You page or whatever, you can block things. You can say you're not interested. There's so many things you can not do.
So
to avoid
someone
Like-
commented on the Ice Spice short saying, horrible opinion. Why does everybody need a
Horrible
podcast? I don't give a fuck. But no,
It was like the least rage baiting thing that we ever said as well. It was literally that she's an industry plant and that poop, fart, and shit were objectively bad lyrics. Like, it's literally what? Anyway.
Whatever.
We've been recording for a while now, so
We
that
have
brings
fully
us...
picked our brains apart, by the way.
Yeah, we have.
Fully.
I actually kind of like this though. We can run this back for some other topics for some different
Philosophical.
episodes. Or maybe we weave them into our future episodes. Who knows? If you want us to run this back, again, you know the drill. Leave a comment. Leave some hate if you don't want us to run this back ever again. And
Leave us some more hate about Ice Spice.
If you are listening on any of our beautiful audio platforms, Spotify or Apple Podcasts, please leave us a rating. Tell us what you think.
Yeah.
If you're watching on YouTube, like the video if you did enjoy this episode. Subscribe if you want to see more episodes. We upload every Sunday at 6 p.m.
Gra.
Leave a comment telling us whatever you want to tell us. And we'll see you next week for the next one. Bye, guys.
Love you.
Bye.
Bye.